Welcome to the WordPress Beginners Training Series video number 3, Working with Pages. Now, what are pages again? Pages are static content on your site, just like a page in a notebook, a page in your textbook, pages, right? So let's view our site as it is now. Now, if I were to right-click and say Open in New Tab, I can work with both tabs now. This is our site. Once again, it's very clean. We haven't added anything to it. In the previous video, we changed the Instructional Technology Assistant as my tagline. But outside of that, we haven't really manipulated the page at all. Now, when you first log into a site, what I have done is I have gone through and I have added at least 4 pages. A home page, an about page, a blog page, and a contact page. These are pages within your WordPress. Now, if you were to click on them in the menu, you would see just basic content in which you need to go and edit. Now, can you add new pages? Absolutely. You can add as many pages as you want. There's no limit to how many pages you can create. Or blog posts. Now, if you click on blog, it's a different type of page, but once again, you don't have to worry about it. If you don't want to use a blog page, in a later video when we talk about working with the navigation menus, you can take that out. Now, if we go back to the dashboard here and we hover over pages, I'm going to click on all pages. And what it's going to do is going to show me all the pages created, which is all the pages that you see on the front page. Now, can you have a page created here that is not on the menu, that won't show on the menu? Absolutely. But don't worry, we won't get to anything complex in this video. It's just merely a video to show you how to work with the pages here in WordPress. Now, oftentimes, you don't really have a lot to put in your homepage. What are things you can do in your homepage? You can greet people. You can say, on this site, you will find XYZ. However, some pages, they forego the about page completely and just put in content for the homepage. And that's what I'm going to do today. So I'm not going to touch the about page for now. I'm just going to go into the homepage by clicking on home. And this will take me to the editing screen. Now, like the dashboard, we found out under screen options, if you click on screen options, you have a lot more boxes you can work with. However, the only 2 things that really should be activated is featured image and page attributes. If you're working from a smaller screen, you may want to reduce the number of columns down to 1. However, this screen looks good for me, and so I'm going to keep it at 2. Now, what's on this editing screen for pages? Well, we have a title. We can name it whatever we want. We can change home to welcome if we like. And what's called the permalink. The URL of this page will be, well, the home page. So it won't have anything after site tutorial. Now, under this, we'll find the editor where we can type in all the content for the page. We can add media if we wish, or we can just start typing our information here using the text editor. Now, on the right, we see publish options. We can publish this. If this is a new post, or if this is a new page, we can publish it, but we'll get to that in a moment. We can change the visibility from public to maybe private or even password protected. By setting pages to private, only the people that are administrators, or let's say editors to administrators, can view the page. So if you would like to have others view a sensitive page, you can always password protect it. Obviously, we wouldn't post anything too sensitive on these pages, right? And you can always change when this page is published for whatever reason. Obviously, this page was published in 2010. We don't want to have it 2010 since it's now 2014, almost 2015. So let's go ahead and change this date to today. Now, this is a 24-hour clock, so let's go ahead and just change it to 8:25 a.m. Click OK. Now, does this matter on pages so much? Not really. And then underneath that is page attributes. Now, when viewing pages, now we only had 4, but if we had multiple, and let's say you want to have a page, a sub-page, right? you have, let's say, one page that are dinner recipes, and you can have a sub page like this is how you make pizza or cinnamon rolls or whatever. And then the template. Now this template here will change depending on what theme you have active on WordPress. Right now you have a front page template, a full width, meaning there's no sidebar on the side there, and a default. The default will have a sidebar. For now, I'm just going to leave this as a default template. And then if you want to like to change the order in which this shows up on the pages, the listing of pages, you can change the order there. And the featured image is a image that will appear at the top of your content, most likely. This can be a banner or what have you. So how about I enter in content on the home page, right, about myself, and then I'll also upload a picture of me, right? So I have some content here I'm going to paste in, right? And so it's pasted in, and as you can see, some of these are already headings, but if I were to change these out to maybe header 2s, how about that? And what's the purpose for headings? It's just headings like in Word, right? So you never want to have anything at heading 1 on your site. Always start with heading 2 and work downward, right? So since these are all pretty big sections for myself, I'm going to go ahead and go to header 2. So we have that. Now let's go ahead and add a picture of myself, right? So that's going to be fun. So I'm going to do this by clicking on the Media tab. Now the picture I'm going to upload is found on my desktop, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to just click, hold, and drag it in. You can also select files and browse for them on your computer here. So I'm going to click, hold, and drag my picture in. As you see, the screen turns into a light blue. I'm going to release, and it's automatically going to upload to my WordPress site. And we're going to look on the right side here under attachment details. I would recommend giving this maybe a title or even alt text, and I would make sure the title and alt text are the same. So this is myself and my wife. We just graduated college, and I'm very excited about that. So Brett and Britt, graduation. And I'm just going to copy this in my alt text. Now we can add a description caption if we'd like to, and that may show up on the page as well. Alignment, I'm not going to touch this right now because we're just going to work with it on the page itself. And then always link to the media file. Best bet. And always make sure that things are full size when you do put them on the page. So let's go ahead and click on Insert into Page. And our picture is found below the content. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click. What I want to do with this image is I'm going to have it over on the right side with the content on the left, right? So I'm going to click on the image, and I'm going to click on the right align button here. And what it's going to do is going to throw it to the right. And you see how text is wrapped around it? Let's go ahead and click on this, the picture, and on my keyboard, I'm going to press Control and X, or if you use a Apple computer, it'd be a Command and X. And then what that does is just cuts it out of the page. And I'm going to paste this right before that first word of hi. And what it does, it throws to the right. Now this isn't a good representation because the screen in which I'm editing is smaller than the desktop I'm using. So this won't look exactly like it does on my page. However, it would be a good representation. So let's go ahead. Since I'm finished with this page, I'm going to click on Update. And now that the page is updated, I can click on this view page here, and we can see on the home page, well, things are moved around, aren't they? And you can resize the image if you want by going and clicking on the image, and you see the boxes that come around here. You don't have to hold shift, just click and hold and drag it down to size. Go. If you click on update it again, it will refresh with the size that you put, so things will be able to be seen there. And now that we've edited a page, let's actually create a new page. So if we want to hover over new and then choose page. Like I said previously, you can add as many pages as you want. The next page I'm going to create here is courses I teach, or courses I've taught, if you want to make a past tense. And in the body section here, I'm really just going to say, let's see, it's COM 271, that's advanced web design. And you can actually add in content, a description of these courses. I'm just going to keep it short because of the video. We build using WordPress. That class is always excellent to take if you're wanting to do more stuff with your site. Although we go towards the building and working with WordPress on the code end and not just using the sites. Okay, so really that's all I want to use this page for. So let's go ahead and publish this. I want to publish immediately. I want to make it public. Right now it's just saved as a draft, and if you want to start working with a page, you can save the draft and come back later, add more content to it, and publish it later. But this is all the information I'm going to put in here. I'm going to click publish. Boom, it's done. And I'm going to view it in a new page. And boom, there's our site. And there's our page. As you can see, it's showing on the menu, but we'll get to the menus here in a later video. But as you can see, to create a new page is as simple as putting a title, putting in some content, and clicking publish. In this video, I showed you how to work with pages, manipulate them, and create them.